My boss's wife thought I was a girl. And now I am. I never thought my life would take such an unexpected turn. It started as something small, a little secret I kept to myself, something harmless, I told myself. But secrets have a way of unraveling when you least expect them, and mine did in the most dramatic way possible. My name is Daniel, 24 years old, working as a junior financial analyst at a prestigious firm in the city. It's the kind of job that demands long hours, careful presentation, and absolute professionalism. A world where appearances matter more than people like to admit. I live with my girlfriend, Emma. We've been together for 3 years, and by all accounts, we're a normal couple. She's smart, ambitious, and completely out of my league, but for some reason, she chose me. Maybe it's because I make her laugh, or because I listen when she rants about her awful boss. But the truth is, there's a part of me she doesn't know. A part of me I've buried deep, convinced that if she ever found out, it would destroy everything. Because at night, when Emma's out with friends or working late, I become someone else. It started years ago, before Emma, before I even knew why I felt the way I did. I can't pinpoint when the fascination began. Maybe the first time I saw my sister's dresses hanging in the closet, or the way makeup commercials seemed hypnotic to me. Whatever the reason, I ignored it for a long time, trying to fit into the version of myself that the world expected. But in college, when I had the freedom to explore, I started experimenting in secret. At first, it was just curiosity, ordering clothes online, watching makeup tutorials, learning how to walk in heels. But then it became something more, something I needed. Even now, working in a high-pressure job, I find myself longing for those moments of escape. It's not about pretending to be someone else. It's about finally feeling like myself. But I know Emma wouldn't understand. She's open-minded, sure, but this would be too much. So I keep it hidden. A locked drawer in the closet, a secret wardrobe of carefully folded dresses and skirts, a makeup bag stuffed in the back of a drawer. I only allow myself to indulge when I know for certain that Emma won't be home. And tonight is one of those nights. The apartment is silent except for the soft hum of the city outside. Emma is at a work dinner, one of those endless networking events she despises but has to attend. That means I have at least 3 hours to myself. I step into the bedroom, heart pounding with anticipation. It's always like this, a mix of excitement and fear. Even though I've done this 100 times, the risk never fades. I open the drawer. Inside, lace and silk spill over my fingers, delicate and soft. I choose a burgundy dress tonight, elegant, hugging the body in all the right places. The fabric glides over my skin as I slip it on, sending a shiver down my spine. Next, the wig. Long, chestnut brown, styled in loose waves. I secure it carefully, adjusting it in the mirror. The reflection staring back at me is both familiar and foreign. Makeup is next. I take my time, blending foundation, sweeping eyeshadow, applying mascara with practiced precision. A deep red lipstick finishes the look, making my lips pop against my pale skin. By the time I step into a pair of black heels, I feel transformed. Complete. And for a few blissful moments, the world fades away. I move through the apartment with an effortless grace I never feel as Daniel. There's something intoxicating about it, the sound of my heels against the floor, the swish of the dress against my legs. I pour myself a glass of wine and sink onto the couch, savoring the moment. This is who I am. But as always, there's a shadow of fear lurking beneath the surface. Because no matter how good this feels, the reality remains. If Emma ever found out, it would all come crashing down. Emma and I have built a life together, one that feels solid, secure. We have routines, inside jokes, an unspoken understanding of each other's quirks. She's my best friend, as much as she is my girlfriend. But I know she sees me a certain way. As strong, as masculine, as someone she can rely on. How would she react if she saw me like this? I don't think she'd be disgusted. Emma isn't cruel, but she'd be confused. Maybe even hurt. And that's what scares me the most. Because if she asked me to stop, could I? I don't know. And I might not have time to figure it out. Because just as I'm settling in, feeling comfortable, my phone buzzes with a message that makes my heart stop. Emma, leaving early. Be home in 10. My breath catches. My stomach drops. 10 minutes. 10 minutes to erase every trace of my secret life before everything comes crashing down. I stare at the screen, my fingers gripping the phone so tightly my knuckles turn white. Emma, leaving early. Be home in 10 minutes. A rush of adrenaline surges through me, slamming into my chest like a freight train. I scramble off the couch, nearly knocking over my wine glass in the process. My heart pounds as I glance at the clock. I need to change back. Now. The heels come off first. I kick them toward the closet, not bothering to put them away properly. My fingers shake as I reach up, fumbling for the edges of the wig. It's secure, pinned in place to ensure it doesn't slip. But now, in my panic, the pins feel like they're glued to my scalp. Breathe, Daniel. Focus. I yank harder, wincing as a few strands pull at my skin. Finally, the wig comes free, and I toss it into the drawer where I keep my hidden wardrobe. But there's still so much left to undo. Makeup, the dress, the lingering scent of perfume in the air. I rush to the bathroom, flipping on the light. The reflection staring back at me is still her, still the woman I become in these stolen moments. But there's no time to admire the transformation. I grab the makeup remover and scrub at my face, dragging the wipes across my skin with frantic urgency. The foundation smears, the mascara streaks, and for a terrifying second, I think I won't be able to get it all off in time. Another glance at the clock. 7 minutes. Move faster. I unzip the dress and let it slip from my shoulders, my skin instantly cooling as the fabric pools around my feet. I snatch it up, folding it haphazardly before stuffing it into the drawer. I should be more careful, should make sure everything is exactly as I left it, but right now, survival is my only priority. I dart back to the bathroom, splashing water on my face to remove any lingering traces of makeup. The lipstick is the hardest to erase, leaving behind a faint stain. I scrub harder. 5 minutes. I grab my usual clothes, a plain t-shirt and sweatpants, pulling them on as quickly as possible. My hands are still shaking. My pulse won't slow. As I throw the last makeup wipe into the trash, I take one final look at myself in the mirror. Daniel. Just Daniel. Not the woman I become when I'm alone. Not the version of myself I sometimes wish I could be. The moment is gone. I exhale sharply, trying to steady my breathing as I move to the living room. There's still the faintest trace of perfume in the air. It clings to my skin, to the couch cushions where I sat. I grab the throw blanket and shake it out, hoping it will disperse the scent. 3 minutes. The sound of a key sliding into the lock sends a bolt of fear through me. She's home. I drop onto the couch, forcing my body to relax, just as the door swings open. Emma steps inside, shrugging off her coat with a sigh. Her long blonde hair is slightly tousled, her sharp blue eyes scanning the room as she tosses her purse onto the table. Hey, she says, sounding exhausted. You won't believe how awful that dinner was. I force a smile, nodding as if I'm actually processing what she's saying. But inside, I'm still unraveling. I almost got caught. It was too close this time. And something tells me it won't be the last time. I should stop. I know that. Every time I do this, I tell myself it'll be the last time. That I'll lock away the dresses, throw out the makeup, and never put myself in danger again. But I never do. Because the truth is, no matter how terrifying it is to be caught, the thrill of transformation is stronger. Stronger than fear. Stronger than guilt. And so a week later, when Emma announces that she'll be out late for a business meeting, I feel that familiar pull. The craving. She kisses me on the cheek before leaving, completely unaware of the secret swirling beneath my skin. Don't wait up, she says with a smile. I'll probably be home after midnight. Midnight. That gives me hours. The second the door closes behind her, I exhale, already feeling the anticipation build. My hands twitch at my sides, my body already moving before my mind can stop it. I walk to the bedroom, heart pounding with excitement. The drawer slides open with a quiet whisper, revealing the hidden pieces of myself. My fingers skim over the fabrics, lingering on the options before me. Tonight, I choose something softer, a pale blue dress with delicate lace along the neckline. It's elegant but understated, something I imagine I'd wear if I ever had the courage to go outside like this. I slip it on, savoring the way the fabric hugs my frame. The wig comes next. I brush out the strands, ensuring they fall naturally over my shoulders. Then makeup. This part is almost meditative, The soft touch of the brushes against my skin, the transformation happening right before my eyes. Foundation, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara. Lipstick, tonight a soft pink. When I step back and look in the mirror, she's there again. The woman I become when no one is watching. A slow smile tugs at my lips. For the first time in days, I feel whole. Free. I glide back to the living room, settling onto the couch with a sense of ease I haven't felt in days. The weight of the world fades away, replaced by the quiet joy of existing like this, even if only for a few hours. I sip a glass of wine, letting the moment wash over me. But just as I start to relax, my phone buzzes. A message from Emma. Emma, change of plans. Meeting got cancelled. Be home in 5. My stomach drops. Not again. Panic floods my veins as I leap to my feet. The wine glass wobbles on the table, nearly spilling. 5 minutes. It's happening all over again. But this time, I don't think I'll make it in time. I tear off the wig, tossing it onto the couch. The dress, get it off. My hands shake as I reach for the zipper, but my fingers fumble, slipping against the fabric. It's stuck. No. Not now. 4 minutes. I scramble toward the bathroom, grabbing the makeup wipes with frantic desperation. I swipe at my face, but the eyeliner smudges instead of disappearing, leaving dark streaks across my skin. 3 minutes. The zipper won't budge. My panic makes it worse, my hands trembling too much to function properly. 2 minutes. I'm not going to make it. I know it before it happens. I can feel it in my bones. Emma is going to walk through that door, and she's going to see me like this. I freeze, heart hammering, breath caught in my throat. What do? There's no escape this time. No quick fix. No way to pretend that this isn't real. 1 minute. And then, the sound of the front door unlocking. The front door creaks open. Emma steps inside. Time stops. I stand frozen in the middle of the living room, still trapped in the pale blue dress, my face smeared with half-removed makeup, the wig lying discarded on the couch. Emma's eyes land on me. For a single, agonizing second, she doesn't react. Her brain is still catching up, still trying to process the impossible image in front of her. Then, her brows knit together. Daniel! Her voice is quiet, confused. I don't answer. I can't. My whole body goes rigid, my mind scrambling for an explanation, anything that might make the situation less catastrophic. I could lie. I could say it's a prank. I could say it's some stupid joke. But we both know that wouldn't explain the careful details. The way the dress fits me perfectly, the way the makeup is applied with practiced precision, the way my hands tremble as if I've just been caught committing a crime. Emma's lips part, but no words come out. She just stares. At the dress. At my face. At me. The silence is suffocating. And then, in the worst possible moment, a knock at the door. I whip my head toward the sound, my breath catching in my throat. Emma turns too, but her eyes flick back to me almost instantly. There's something new in her gaze now, not just confusion. Suspicion. Who? She starts. But the knock comes again, louder this time. My stomach drops. Daniel, Emma says slowly, her voice carefully controlled. Who is at the door? I don't know. I don't even have time to guess. Because the third knock is followed by a voice. Emma! It's Angela. Angela. My boss's wife. My blood turns to ice. What the hell is she doing here? Emma frowns, clearly just as thrown by this as I am. She glances at me once more before moving toward the door. My pulse skyrockets. No. I can't let her see me like this. If Angela sees me dressed like this, the secret I've been keeping so carefully, the secret that could cost me my job, my relationship, my entire life, will be out in the open. I back up, moving instinctively toward the bedroom, but Emma turns at the last second, her eyes narrowing. Where are you going? I need to change, I stammer. You can't let her see me like this. Emma's face hardens. Why? The word is sharp, almost accusatory. I swallow hard, panic clawing at my chest. Emma, please. She hesitates. For a second, I think she's going to refuse, but then she exhales sharply and turns back to the door. I don't wait to see what happens next. I bolt into the bedroom, slamming the door shut behind me. I press my ear against the door, listening. The door opens. Angela. Emma's voice is calm, collected. What are you doing here? Oh, I was in the neighborhood and thought I'd stop by, Angela says breezily. Is Daniel home? My breath catches. Emma doesn't answer right away. I can feel the hesitation in the air, the weight of it pressing against the walls. He's... A pause. A calculated breath. He's not feeling well. Lying down right now. Angela hums. Oh, that's too bad. A beat. Then, more casually, are you sure he's home? I thought I saw someone else just now. My stomach plummets. She saw me. I squeeze my eyes shut, pressing my forehead against the door. I'm trapped. Everything is unraveling, so fast I can't even think straight. But then, Angela laughs. Well, tell him I said hi, she says lightly. And let him know I still want to have that chat about the new client. I think he'll find it interesting. Emma murmurs something in response, and then, finally, the door closes again. Silence. I don't dare move. Then, footsteps. Coming closer. The bedroom door swings open. And there she is. Emma. Looking at me. Waiting. Neither of us speaks right away. The tension between us is thick. A slow-burning, suffocating thing. Emma leans against the doorframe, arms crossed. So, she says finally, her voice unreadable. Want to explain? I lick my lips. My throat is dry. Emma, She holds up a hand, stopping me. Don't lie. I close my mouth. For a long moment, we just look at each other. Emma's expression isn't angry. Not exactly. But it's not understanding either. It's something in between. I swallow hard, forcing myself to breathe. It's not what you think. Her eyes narrow. Then what is it? I open my mouth, but the words won't come. What do I even say? That this is a secret I've kept for years? That every time she leaves, I become someone else? That I don't even know who I really am anymore? Emma steps forward. Daniel, she says, softer this time. How long? I hesitate, but I already know the answer. Since I was a teenager, I admit. Her eyes flicker. A silence stretches between us, heavy and unbearable. I wait for her to yell, to be disgusted, to tell me to leave, but she doesn't. Instead, she does something I never expected. She reaches out. Her fingers ghost over my arm, tentative but real. And when she speaks again, her voice is barely above a whisper. Why didn't you tell me? The question shatters something inside me. I let out a breath, shaky, broken. Because I was scared, I say. Scared of losing you. Scared of what this means. Scared that if I admitted it out loud, I wouldn't be able to stop. Emma looks at me for a long time. Then, to my complete shock, she picks up the wig from the couch. My heart stops. She turns it over in her hands, staring at the strands as if trying to understand something so much bigger than me, than her, than this moment itself. Then, carefully, deliberately, she holds it out. Show me. I freeze. What? Emma meets my gaze. Show me, she repeats. I want to see. I can't breathe. She's serious. I take the wig from her hands, my fingers trembling. This is it. This is the moment that will change everything. The wig feels impossibly light in my hands. I stare down at it, my breath caught in my throat. Emma is watching me, her expression unreadable. There's no disgust, no anger, just quiet, steady expectation. She wants to see. She's asking me to show her. But can I? My fingers tremble. My heart pounds, so hard it feels like it might burst out of my chest. This is everything I've ever wanted, and everything I've ever feared. I could still lie. I could laugh it off, tell her it was a joke, pretend none of this ever happened. Or I could take the final step, the step I've always been too afraid to take. I lift the wig, hesitating only for a second before carefully placing it back on my head. The strands fall around my face, framing me in a way that feels right. I glance at Emma. Her lips part slightly. Her gaze flickers over my face, her expression softening in a way I can't quite read. Then, footsteps. From outside. A knock on the door. A voice. Again. My stomach plummets. Emma tenses, her eyes snapping to the door. The knock comes again, harder this time. Emma, are you home? I need to talk to you. My blood turns to ice. Emma whips back to me, her eyes wide. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't need to. We both know what this means. If Angela comes inside, if she sees me like this, everything will be over. Emma hesitates for only a second before spinning toward the door. I lurch forward, grabbing her wrist. She stops, staring at me. Her pulse thrums beneath my fingertips. Neither of us moves. Neither of us breathes. And then, Angela's voice cuts through the air. I know he's here, Emma. My heart stops. Emma stiffens. No. No, no, no. How does she know? Emma swallows hard, her fingers twitching at her side. She glances at me, at the wig, at the dress still clinging to my frame. She makes a decision. Her voice is calm, steady. You need to leave, she whispers. I stare at her, my pulse thundering in my ears. I can't just. Angela pounds on the door. I saw him, Emma. I freeze. Emma's expression darkens. She turns back to me, her eyes filled with something fierce. She steps closer, voice low. Daniel, she whispers. You have 10 seconds to decide. I can feel my world crumbling. What do I do? What do I say? Before I can answer, the door swings open. Blackout.